Hey everybody, Ragnarok back. Gonna play 5-0 blitz. Rating is 1870 or so right now, maybe 60. You can always go up and down with blitz. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Sometimes you make big mistakes, sometimes they do. 1863 I am. He is 1873. We're gonna play the Sicilian. Smith-Morra Declined. We'll turn it into an Alapin. He's gonna play e5. Take the pawn with his pawn. Ah, what the crap is that? I've never seen this variation, but it makes sense to move here. Where else do I move? Here. Yeah, let's go there. If he pushes, I just come back into the center. Very strange. I think he's trying to trap my knight, but I don't see how he does it yet. Just gonna play normally. What about this? Yeah, that seems better. Fifi and Ketos I take with the queen. This is fine. Right? I moved too quickly. I'm almost trapped. Check. No, check. Ooh, check. Check here with queen. What else does he do? That takes away my square for my knight, though. Yeah, I have to move back. I don't know if it works yet. It's a little scary. I have to give my knight some breathing room. He's double protecting that. Let's pin it. Go ahead. Open up and try to take this annoying pawn. This one, I mean. There you go. I can't take it. Nuts. I think I have to do this. Give my knight a square. Push. Knight comes back. I've got some weird pawn structures going on here. That seems like a mistake, but it might not be. This is a super strong center. Very weird, but it's effective. Let's attack the bishop. Bishop has to go back. This is a weird game, man. If I attack this, I can push my pawn. Yeah, let's get it in his grill. I have an escape square. Rook has to move somewhere. This pawn is... Ah! What? Piece winning? Yeah, piece winning. And then I can take here with my bishop. Or slide over with my rook to eliminate any weird check ideas. What the crap? He'll defend the pawn, so let's take the pawn now. I don't think there's any tricks yet. He's not developed yet. Yeah, I can just come here. This is really good for me. I have never seen this variation, but it's good to know. I think I played things pretty accurately. That doesn't change anything, so let's castle. This pawn structure is weird for him. I'm up a piece, so let's keep that piece. Knight can't do anything right now. Double attack on his queen. I think he has to trade. I take back with rook. Okay. Every move is weird. Let's exchange. I may have been able to... No, I couldn't really move because the bishop was under attack. Now I want to come in here. All my pieces are protected. I can get ready to push this pawn. Create an annoyance. Get this other rook over here. If I push the pawn, I can win this one. That doesn't do anything. Let's win the pawn back. Well, not win pawn. I'm up too many pawns. I've only lost one pawn this game. Taking here is fine. No back rank ideas, even close. We're up material. And this is just a weird game. Let's get more pieces on this piece. I can still move that rook at that knight at any time. I'm protecting. If I go here and he takes, I take his knight. If I go here and bishop, knight takes, I take his piece. I think that's good. Attacking the bishop, forcing it to move, also double attacking this knight, blocking off the bishop from protecting the knight. So now I win this piece. I think this wins another piece. If he takes, I take. It's just a big long exchange. Yeah, this is fine. If he wants that pawn, I think he's in trouble up here. Got a couple of ideas, but he wants that one. Well, then let's start pushing this one. We're okay from back ranks. Let's protect each other. Pin, pin, pin. Let's bring my king into it, I think. Everything's protected. So I feel okay right now. I don't need to do anything over there, I don't think. Let's just back up and attack these pawns. I have to be careful, I can't go there. He can't move the bishop, otherwise these two are both forked. Let's attack here. He has to do something about that first. Okay, that's weird. I'm okay here. He has to slide back, and I win a pawn. Yeah, we're fine here. Bishop is still pinned. I can start pushing this now. Let's take the other pawn and protect this one. Weird move. King has to go back. I just bring my other rook back over. No, let's go this way. Keep everything protected and try to win this piece, this pawn. Endgames are so much easier when you're up material. I don't have to push this at all. Let's win the piece, the pawn. Pawn cannot be saved. I was pretty much going to go there anyway. The only thing I have to do is move quickly. Let's get our center pawns moving. If he comes here, I come here. Everything is still protected. He can't take this pawn. Let's force you to come up, and we'll win the piece. There we go. Bishop is won. I can just take the rook, okay, and then we come back. King moves, I just check him. Yep, great. So that was a pretty good game. Let's analyze it. I think I played everything really well. So Smith-Morra, when you decline it, you don't take this pawn. So pushing here, this c3 move turns into the Alapin. So yeah, I've never seen this c4 move. I'm sure the engine's going to say to come here, because I ran into a lot of weird issues here. D5 seemed fine. It's just that's why I went up, because I thought if he traded, I'd exchange, I'd have a interesting pawn center. But yeah, that pawn push I wasn't expecting. It could come here. Force the bishop. Almost forces the bishop. Yeah, this actually might be pretty good, because if I go here, if he takes, I mean, this is, what's he going to do, develop somewhere? I might not be able to hold on to the pawn. I want to be able to push here. Maybe check. If he does this, take. So he can't push there. He kind of has to move. Now we win this piece, being able to push this eventually, maybe pinning. Maybe even pinning sooner. But yeah, I went over here, which is dangerous. I mean, he couldn't push because if he pushed, I'd come back in the middle. So I think this is all fine. Yeah, I can't take here because of push. I would be down. Eventually this might go. It's unclear, but I mean, I try to get this pin. But it's too dangerous to do that, so just take back. I mean, he gave up this pawn. I guess he figured it was gone, but if he pushed... What if he pushed now? If he pushed now... I think I just come here. I'm fine. So I take, I'm up a pawn. I attack the bishop. Bishop's hanging right now. So he has to do that. I didn't expect him to take there. That's where he lost the piece. I thought he would move maybe somewhere here. I was going to push and have this very strong center. Threatening now, I mean, the bishop can't move. So this is really scary, all three of these pawns. So maybe that's why he exchanged. Try to get rid of them. But it's a full rook for a knight. And from here, I think it was pretty easy. I think I talked about all the plans, so this all made sense. I don't know if they were all the best moves, but they were good enough. I think he probably should have taken this pawn. From there, I might... I'm not sure, because the A pawn became... Well, it didn't become the issue. I was able to maneuver my rooks. I want to bring both these rooks here, but I have to worry about a back rank, so maybe defending that first, coming up. I don't know. I can maybe do that. Come here. A5 seems okay. Pin the knight, or bishop. Pin the bishop. Bring your king out. So yeah, I mean, I don't have to disrupt my pawns. Maybe this pawn here is good because it blocks some action there, but he creates some weaknesses there. He has to defend. I mean, by pushing, I mean, he, you know, kind of gave the pawn up. Oops. Just kind of forcing him to stay on his bishop, winning pawns. And yeah, once he moved away. Boom. Alright, yeah, great game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I do want to actually look at the engine, though. I think I forgot about that. So, it's weird. It says to accept. If I knew all the variations and tricks of the Smith-Morra, maybe I would. Pushing here. So c4 is an inaccuracy, it's saying. Interesting, it's saying to come here. Because the pawn can't be taken, I would pin him. Fork him. If he comes out, I mean, I don't have to worry about winning this pawn back. And then I'm just in, this knight's going to come here. That makes sense. b6 seems okay. Develop. He's -2 right now. So d5 actually scores a little better. d5. Pushing, coming in here. Yeah, so did like this move. That's good to know. What's the best move to take? Take, and then what? Is check good? Pin makes sense. Yeah, defend that. Is this bad? Let's see. Winning a piece, bad because check. It seems playable. I'd be fine with that. Okay, so I went here. He actually had an advantage. g4. Bishop g4 is a mistake. Because if he comes here. Okay. Still ahead now. Bishop b2 was the mistake because he gave up the pawn. Mistake because he gives up this square. Mistake. Is this the best move though? Oh, it's saying rook over. Yeah, I didn't have to rush coming in here. But then obviously mistake. Yeah, I thought about the rook over, but he comes here, defends the pawn, double attack the pawn, and win the pawn. Either way, it's saying this is better. Probably because if he exchanges, this is now hanging. He has to protect it in a weird way. Okay, so I took... It didn't like that move inaccuracy, but this guy had 16 inaccuracies. Yeah. Castling I liked, so my knight can move, but it liked the rook over first. Nothing wrong with king safety. Push. It's always nice when the computer says all your moves are good. Yeah, I guess I could have moved the knight first. It says to pin. Well, yeah, that does win a piece. And then that'll win the bishop, I guess. Yeah. What I did was good, too. Yeah, he should have taken the other pawn. Score's about the same, though. A5 was bad, it said. Yeah, this makes sense. Keep the king where he is, 7th file. Then start pushing. Not really worried about it. Oh, okay, moving over there makes sense. I was more concerned with pinning the bishop. So these are some of my mistakes it's saying. It's saying really just get my rooks somewhere on the queen side. King side, actually. Yeah. Nothing crazy. He could have done a lot more things, but yeah. Alright, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video.